Hey y'all. So I was just pulling some cards for myself, and this kind of ties into the message I sent earlier, I posted earlier. And anyway, this is definitely not just a message for me, this is a collective message, and I will post a picture at the bottom of this video in a second of the actual spread that came through, and then I'll show you what the spread looked like here in a second. So here is the spread. I'll let you look at it for a second. Okay, so what I was getting with this message is, so the left part, if you took a screenshot of that spread, it's definitely about this rebuilding of this civilization that we are moving through, this higher evolution that we're moving through, that's being presented to us. And with that inner earth, it's the base chakra, strength and laying foundations. That's what we've been essentially working on for a long time, is like rebuilding our own. This isn't just for the entire collective as humanity itself and our earth. This is also an internal thing that we're doing within ourselves and within our communities. So rebuilding the base chakra, rebuilding that root chakra for a more steady, firm foundation. And through this, with the Hierophant next to it, about the ascension that we're going through, the openings that are being presented to us right now of a new way of being, a new way of thinking, a new life. The Hierophant is always to me like a spiritual teacher, but it's like this is your higher self. This is the collective's higher selves. And then on the bottom you have the hare, the rabbits, the cycles. You know, that Three of Pentacles, that's clarifying that life is about cycles. And when we are able to look back through all of the evolutions of all the different civilizations that have existed on Earth in thousands, millions, even hundreds of millions of years, being able to look through those cycles, that what we remember, and understanding the interconnectedness between us all, and the collaboratings that we do with each other, how we help each other, how we are helping each other, whether we realize it or not. And that Three of Wands was on the bottom of the deck, and that the Three of Wands represents Aries energy. It's the North Node that we're in right now. So this North Node is definitely rebuilding the structure, this new communities, new relationships, new relationship with self, so that you can become more evolved as a person, as an individual, as a collective. Our humanity can evolve in itself. And then if you go on over to the other side of that deck, or that spread, we have the memories of Atlantis and spiritual ascension, progress, and technology. So, you know, I believe that these ascended masters that are working with us, the Galactic Federation, whatever the terms that you want to label these things, these beings, these energies that are assisting us and giving us the knowledge and helping us through with the channeled messages that we're receiving or whatever, that all of that is to help us ascend into a more spiritual based, deeper civilization than what Atlantis was able to do. To remember all the mistakes, the cycles that we made during that civilization, so that we don't make them in this, and that we have this opportunity to become more interconnected out of love and authenticity and the true essence of who and what we are, rather than trying to control the world through and lose our spiritualness, our connection to source, through the material plane, you know, money, cars, job, house, wars, control over civilizations, weapons, whatever you want to, all the things that are material. And that Seven of Cups and the Chariot is just like, there's so much emotional memories that are coming through, and this is again through our healing process of the wounds that are resurfacing for us, the pain that we've experienced in our upbringing, the foundations that were formed the first 7 years of our lives that I've talked about in previous videos. All of those things that are surfacing up from us, there's so many different ways to go through. It's a lot of emotional uproar, and it can get, if we're not grounded and we don't look at the past mistakes, it can get deceptive. it can become illusions. We can lose track of what our purpose is, what our destiny is. And if you look at the bottom, the other card, the Swan, and the Seven of Swords and the Three of Swords that are here, this is all about the deception, the lies that we tell ourselves through our pain and heartbreaks that we experience. And a lot of times, we can be deceived by the things that we see, what we think we see, what we perceive, and this is telling us to really focus more. And I said this in the video prior to this, focus more on the beauty of life. Everything that's happening in our worlds, whatever parts of worlds everything is happening for a reason. And as hard as that is to hear that, there is a reason for it. And it's about looking at the silver lining of everything, even in those things that we don't really understand. It's looking at that situation as horrible as it is, whatever it may be, and understanding that there's a different way to be. There's a different way to go about things. And it's sad and it's horrible, the things that we have to go through or have happened to us. But it's important to look at the changes that can be made from those situations, even if we are fortunate not to be involved in the situation that is not great. We have opportunities to learn from that, and it's up to us to do that. And be more self-aware and have more love for self and love of others, and seeing the interconnectedness. I hope this message makes sense. This is all that's been coming through for me for a long time. And it's interesting today that this is really surfacing again in this reading. So I just really thought that I needed to share it with the collective, because I think this is something that all of us need to hear, that no matter what chaos is going on in your life right now and the pain that you're experiencing, that it's important, to feel those emotions, feel them, don't be afraid of them, but choose a better way to move through them, to acknowledge them, see the mistakes that we've made in the past, the cycles, whether it's a whole collective cycle, or a community, or yourself individually. Look at all the mistakes that are the choices that we made in the past, and how can we change that and do better now. Anyway, I hope that makes sense. I'm a little worked up because it's such a good message to share and get out there, and I just really felt like I needed to do that. So I hope you guys are having a great day, and I'll talk to you later.